Right now, Bella and I are going to go back to the SmackFest leads. That was the event that we did. And we are going to follow up with the folks that didn't activate their passes. We had 92 leads from this event because they spin a wheel and you win a prize. A certain amount of people activated their stuff, but a lot of people didn't. So we need to find out who did, who told us to F off and replied stop to our text messages. And now we have to follow up with all those people to get them in to change their lives with the greatest strength conditioning experience west of the Mississippi and arguably on planet Earth. All right, so we identified all the people that have actually come in on their trial and the people that haven't. Now we're going back to the workflows that we originally made. We changed it a tad so it's a bit more of a relevant text message that's reminding them to come in because we've seen the folks that have come in and haven't come in. And then we're now having to unfortunately go through and manually just copy paste people's names to add them into the automation workflow here. So check this out. All right, so I got this contact from the sheet. I copy that. I go over with my keyboard shortcut. Bella's not a keyboard shortcut person yet, and so I'm just teaching her that. It's for freaking millennials, they don't get it yet. Bam, I find that contact. Now I click that. And you can see I've got 14 enrolled contacts. So as soon as I hit enroll on that, that's gonna enroll all my people. So I go down through this whole spreadsheet, all my 1 monthers, Bella's gonna do the other ones, and we're gonna get through all these 90 leads in the next 10 minutes. Now I'm about to get into a meeting with our advertising agency that's helping us with this 6-week program. We have all 3 locations rolling on it right now. This is our Friday meeting when we check in on the status of each of the campaigns. I got some questions for them in terms of what we're doing for the new creative. Things have slowed down in the summer, and then we're just gonna go over some of the key close won points to make sure we're all on the same page of the data that we've got on the sales end and also on the marketing and top of funnel.
Word of earn a free or anything, like you completely want to negate that, or do you want to try the approach of the 300 50-50 breakdown?
And the thing that, keeps me up at night is how the fuck are other gyms doing better than Allegiate, right? When I looked at the amount of refunds, 100% male. When I looked at the amount of females that converted, that did the program, 100%. And I wonder if a lot of these programs that really, hit it out of the park with this thing, it was mostly female focused. And yes, there's things that we need to do on our end to improve on it, but I honestly think that that's probably the main reason why we're seeing such high refunds and other comparable gyms are not. And so what do we do now? Well, I think about a couple things. I think about maybe doing this 6-week transformation and only going after ladies, even though it was slow in Santa Monica and we didn't get any ladies. However, if we reframed this thing as like an introduction to strength training for women only, and we did a 6-week free transformation sort of angle, I ran an ad for 10 days in the South Bay. Join us for free women's only intro to strength training. I got 130 leads on $200. It was $1.82 CPL. 14 actually showed up and booked the class. Like, people are showing up and they're diehards about it. So I'm duplicating that in Century City to see if that's going to potentially work over there. If so, then to me, it's kind of like, well, let's take the guys out of it, because guys are always like, they're hard to fucking coach. They take us up on the refund. They're more mathematically focused in terms of that thing, and maybe we run this thing with the ladies. So I'm not sure that I'm that excited about this like 300 back, 300 no back, because guys are still going to take us up on that thing. I think women are much more likely to say like, yeah, I got the value, you guys keep my money, basically, and guys are less likely to say that. And I came to this conclusion just talking to everybody I can about this. And Steve, my business partner, was just like, he was the one who was just saying, you know what, like, look, the mom campaign flopped for us. And, but if the mom campaign is a home run grand slam for every one of your other gyms, and those are the folks that are coming in and they're not having the same amount of refunds and they're closing way fucking more, it's like, shit, what if it's just as simple as like female leads? And then the last thing, bro, is like, we have a strength training concept, you know what I mean? So it's like in a 6-week thing, long-term, Allegiate's the best option for everybody, right? I'm super biased, but it fucking is. If you know anything about fitness, right, strength training is the solution. A guy like Tim writing your program, all that stuff, right? But in the...
Just knowing you guys and Tim Karen, just like I've been able to build a relationship with Tim. Like I would put you guys up against... I meet with so many gyms all the time, and I know group fitness. Like, I even talked to my wife. I was like, do we have $3,000 we can just use right now? She's like, why? I was like, I'm very serious about Tim Karen's like 12-week program, just with what it would give. And I was like, I feel like it would just dial me the fuck in.
Wait, let me finish this one point. Sorry. So most of the folks that come in for this are weight loss. They want weight loss. A lot of these leads want weight loss. And when they get to the end of this 6-week program, in our program, some are seeing some weight loss, but I talk to the coaches and sometimes their body weight's the exact same. Now they fit in their clothes better, they move better, their mobility's improved, they gain muscle, their body comp's changed. But if they're only focused on losing weight, then in their mind, this was not an effective program. And if you did a 6-week HIIT-based program and you kind of started on carbohydrates and you see that scale go down, even though you might yo-yo right back at the end of this thing, in your mind, that was a more effective program for you. If your goal is weight loss. Crazier example, like if we get 100 leads that say, I want to build muscle, I want to be a better athlete, I want to improve my mobility, and I want to learn how to strength train like a savage, my close rate will go through the fucking roof because we have the product that's perfect for that person. So like, now that we've been running this campaign for 4.5 months, trying to replicate and do exactly what, we set out to do, I look back and say like, okay, in a bit, it's a program product thing. And then it's also certain leads that are coming in with certain goals. If it's weight loss, which most of them are, and they don't see that number at the end. And then also it's the guy factor on the refunds. And like, I feel like that is the reason why we are where we are in the learning lessons that we've done so far. And now it's like calibrating this forward, knowing what we know now with all the stuff. What could we do, change, improve that's going to help us close more or find more of the right people?
Now we are moving out of marketing talk, and I'm just going on a meathead rant about the importance of hard training.
Hard training teaches you how to be tough, builds you grit, you learn how to push through things. You take yourself to a mental battle there and you wonder, can I get through this thing? How am I going to do this for 4 more weeks if you do a progressive overloaded program? All those things go through your head in an hour. And when you're done, you get this amazing satisfaction of being done and sense of accomplishment. And you build up a reservoir of toughness. Like if you're not training hard, you are missing out on like one of the ultimate hacks in life. It can't be bought. It can only be earned. The only way that you can do it is putting in the time in and going through the hard workouts. When you have someone, yourself or someone else that really knows what they're doing when it comes to the training program, you can learn how to do the undulation of hard training because you can't redline, you can't sprint for 365 days, right? You got to slow it down at a different pace and you got to kind of ramp yourself up and down and figure out these different cycles. So when you look at and you scale it out over the course of a year, you've been training your ass off, but you've been smart about it in terms of like how you can kind of modulate that difficulty. Because the goal is not to sit here after one session and make a vlog about it and talk about how hard one day is. It's can you stack those up over the course of a month, over the course of 6 months, over the course of a year, over the course of a decade, and then look back at a body of work physically when you look back in the mirror, but then mentally and emotionally, like what that does to you. My enemies and competitors out there, like I'm training hard right now. So if you're building your business and you're slacking, I'm coming because I'm tired of being fucking average. I'm tired of being stuck in plateaus and I'm tired of like wishing some shit's gonna happen. Like I'm just gonna put in the work, I'm just gonna stay head down and I'm just gonna keep fucking going.